For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes. Well, we're a quarter of the way through the 2017 NFL season, and arguably the biggest surprise to this point has been the play of the New York Jets. A team that many people believed could possibly finish this season winless. The Jets are, through 4 games, a respectable 2-2. The conversation has thus now twisted to just how bad are the Jets to just how good are they. And while I might temper the hype around this team just a little bit, they are clearly a better team than the disaster they were last year, and it has nothing to do with the wins and losses that they may or may not compile over the ensuing 12 weeks. The Jets last year were a team that entered the season with sky-high expectations. You know, they were a team that believed they were destined for not only the playoffs, but a Super Bowl. You know, I remember talking to a lot of players in training camp in the preseason that regularly threw that word around. I mean, the playoffs weren't a goal. They were essentially almost certain. When things started to go badly for the Jets last year, the players crumbled. They bickered. Obviously, you had the fights between Brandon Marshall and Sheldon Richardson. There were arguments even more between Brandon Marshall and Aaron Henderson before he left the team. There were spats left, right, and sideways. And when you combine then the tardiness of the meetings of Mo Wilkerson and the decline of play of Darrelle Revis and the finger pointing that went on all throughout that locker room, things got ugly, and they got ugly quick. And what you had happen was a team that eventually quit on their head coach in Todd Bowles. The Jets this year are a team that, again, I know it's early, but they clearly are not going to quit. They are a team that is clearly not going to pack it in, and they are a team that is clearly not going to roll over and die. They have heard the basement level expectations bestowed upon this team. They've heard the jokes that some have thrown their way, and they have used it as a rallying cry. They have used it as a means to come together for a common goal of proving so many in this league wrong. They are coming together with the goal of making other people look foolish. And you're starting to see that happen. The Jets have their talent deficiencies. Those were not blown out of proportion this offseason. Those are very, very real. You've got some good players on the team, but the Jets, from a roster standpoint, are one of the worst in the league. But they are overcoming those issues because they are not going into these games believing they are a bad team. You've got guys that are coming together, rallying together, and giving it their all on every single play, every single game. And what you're going to have is games that the Jets now win because of that. They're going to beat teams like the Miami Dolphins. They're going to beat teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars because the Jets, unlike last year, are a team. Now, does that mean they're going to suddenly stun the world and beat the New England Patriots in a couple weeks or take down teams like the Oakland Raiders that they lost to in week 2 or the Denver Broncos, a team that's coming up in a couple weeks? No, it doesn't, because I don't believe the Jets have the talent to beat those teams. But the Jets do have the talent to be competitive in these games. The Jets do have the talent to still give it their all in these games. And when you do those things, you're going to squeak out some victories and you're going to win some games. And that's a testament to Jets coach Todd Bowles. For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes.